couple stories already here on the Saturday night as we get ready to do a 3-in-1 show here tonight in Berlin.
Yeah, we've had big pro late model races before, and obviously we've learned over this year that a lot of guys that are running the super late model races have pro late model cars, so that's obviously not completely out of the ordinary. But for having one this late in the year and kind of having a third big show, if you will, $12,000 tonight, a lot of big names that have come out here for this race. It's going to be an interesting race because a lot of the guys, like you said, that Chase Burda, who won last night's race, he's not racing tonight. But Dylan Stovall, the guy whose car that Chase Burda ran, is running tonight. So like you said, the data calculations, the data topics might be there for them, but it just seems so much different from last night.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys. Nice coverage down there. Well, the starting lineup, the plan is going to be 150 laps, guys. Competition yellow at 50 and 100 with an extended pit stop at 100. We'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, let's get your starting lineup. Starting out front, just heard an interview with the all-time, long-time racers here at Berlin Raceway, former sportsman champ from the front row. It's going to be Scott Thomas in the 28. He's flanked on the outside with one win on the season so far, looking to make it another one. Dylan Stovall will start next in the 24. Your points leader and potential points champion, if he probably just starts next week for his first championship with the super late models, it's Austin Hull in the 20, flanked on the outside with a TK Racing 71. Blake Rowe, former multi-time winner here in both modifieds and super late models, will start next in the 4th position. Then it's Andrew Scheid. He will start 5th in the 88, flanked on the outside by the 4 car of Tyler Reisinga. Then it's Trayton Lapsevich, who you just heard from, making the drive from Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. Good long 6-7 hour drive, makes the call over here. And then it's Evan Shotko in the 88 car. He was your fast qualifier tonight in the number 22.
Ken Wama rolling off the line in 9th. The young man, Tyler Lupton, rounding out the top 10. Nick Neary, Sam Johnson, 11th and 12th, followed by Trevor McCoy in the 88T and Mr. Joe Bush in the 101. Brian Bergaker rolls off the line 15th, followed by Max Steinhorst and Justin Thomas.
17 cars battling it out for $12,000. Let's take things back down to the pits. Nate Dreyer and Ryan Pilon, what are you watching for this 150-lap Battle of the Pros?
We are watching first off for a very challenging race, and a couple of guys starting up front that certainly are worth keeping your eye on, including Ryan, the guy that was fast qualifier.
Yep, Evan Shotko is going to be my pick here for tonight. He's on my side of pit road, but he's just been, you know, he didn't seem like too confident before when I was talking before the interview, but after what they said, he seemed like he's pretty confident, and it showed up there on the board with the fast qualifier. He's got his new car. It seems like he's pretty comfortable in it, so I think he'll be good tonight.
The opposite can be said in terms of confidence for Andrew Scheid. I talked to him throughout the day. They had tested the other day. Andrew was very confident. 4th fastest in qualifying, inverts back just 1 spot. But in particular, watch for that 88 car on the long run. They're on a little bit of an island. You know, they've done some different things setup-wise that they think they're starting to find where they want things to be. I think Andrew Scheid is very confident in his car, especially over the long run. So if we get things drawn out, that 88 car is going to be very, very difficult to beat tonight.
And with that, the engines fire. Thank you, guys. As the sun begins to set, there you see 150 laps is the distance, and you see the top 10 starters on top of the Berlin scoreboard. Glad to have you along here at Berlin Raceway. We'll put up the text line. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. As we get a couple breaks in the action, we'll say hi to you. 616-816-7816. So especially if you're a pro late model fan, outlaw late model fan, super late model fan, or just the fan fun of short track racing.
Do you like 4 wheels going fast around a circle?
Pretty much.
You're here.
You're in the right place at Berlin Raceway, celebrating its 75th year. Glad to have you along. Well, we talked a little bit about it. We'll mention it one more time. $12,000 to win this race. 150 laps is the distance. We will have a competition yell at 50.
Well, 50 green flag laps.
Yep. And then another 50 at lap 100. Correct.
Barring the fact that tonight, I don't suspect 50 green flag laps of any kind.
Scheduled, and there will be a controlled pit stop that's a certain amount of time. Everybody will have extra time, so you won't be rushing out 2, 3, 5 laps. Like there'll literally be a timer started, and they'll allow you to change 2 tires if you so desire for a 6-tire event.
Which kind of stinks too, because we've seen in the past, especially the Money in the Bank guys, try to maybe jump a little early. Blake Rowe's done it before, where he's pitted at lap 50 and tried to run the last 100 laps on let's say a half fresh set of tires. It's kind of hard to do that when it's a little bit hot, but now with the 100 laps, you can't really stay out and get the advantage. You come down pit road, you shut your car off just like everyone else. And like I said, Rick, when you shut these tires off, you shut the cars off with 50 laps to go, when it's 40 degrees outside, when people are thinking about Christmas. I mean, unless they're going to do more warm-up laps when they fire up the cars again, those last 50 laps are going to be dicey as all get out.
Tyler, we were talking to Billy Epping earlier in the day, and he asked the question that we asked at the top of the show: how are they going to make the tires work? My question is, like you say, with that fluctuation of temperature, is it going to be the long-run car, or is it going to be who adapts best to the ever-changing grip?
Scott Thomas mentioned he hasn't had a race this cold. I think the last time we had this race this cold, you probably, Tyler, remember this, was opening day a year ago.
Yes.
And the temperatures were about here, maybe even a little colder, but close to what we're going to see. And you see this, the clouds have cleared out. The sun is down, and there is going to be no insulation. It's going to get cold fast here at Berlin.
And the difference is that wasn't for $12,000.
No.
That was a normal 75 lapper, kind of like last night.
Yes.
These guys are battling for big bucks, so you're going to see guys push with 30 laps to go for better or for worse. And for all these guys at Berlin, including Austin Hall, this is not a points race for them. They're not really battling for position. They're battling for cash. So they'll be willing to go all out. And we talked with Carl Usher earlier in the year, Austin Hall's crew chief and spotter. He knows how important it is, and race car drivers are going to be race car drivers if they're close to the lead.
Sam Johnson back there, who also had a good run in the Black 25. We'll start with you. What intel can you share with us as everybody's coming in?
Yeah, this is definitely we'll roll off. Tyler Reisinger's team wrapping up as you see Sam Johnson come down pit road in the 24 car as well. So everyone ready to go. Reisinger rolling off now as well. We'll send it back up to the booth right here as we're getting ready to get back underway as the teams are wrapping up their break, and whatever changes they can make, it's going to be a fascinating final 50 laps.
Yeah, and one thing I don't know if I was wrong when I was seeing was they were looking at Evan Shotko's pit. They had fans pointing at the tires. They had a couple. Now, I don't know if they were heaters because they looked like they're typical fans they use to kind of cool off the engine. I don't know if they want to cool off the tires in this condition, so I wonder if there's a heat setting on that thing because that, I mean, that we were talking about how can you keep tires warm. I guess just put a heater on them.
Yeah, one of those combination heater blower things. Field comes
heater,
out.
Blower things.
One thing you can set to air conditioner or heat or whatever. It's like a multi-use fan, right?
Hair dryer. Fan. I must say hair dryer.
Well, no, it blows cool too, right? You know what I'm talking. All right, you appliance geeks. All right, with that, we're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back. We'll get the field reset here, and we'll bring it all to you next. The final 50 is coming to you right next. You're watching Berlin Raceway on. And you're back at Berlin Raceway. Berlin Pace Truck getting ready to pull away and get this one underway for the final 50. Matt McKenzie along with Tyler Cool, Rick James up top for you. Tyler, I should say, Nate Dreyer and Ryan Pilon handling things pit side. Thanks for joining us. The final 50 laps of the Pro Late Model weekend here. Battle of the Pros. 50
Austin Hall. We mentioned Joe Bush. Andrew Schott has been hanging out at the back. Maybe some of these back markers have made an adjustment or two to now move to the front.
Sam Johnson on the inside of row number 4. He finished third last night. The Purdue Boilermaker. He says it's
there you go.
Racing cars is more expensive than going to college. Just head back down to pit road. A really good run by Tyler Lupton on that restart. He knew he had to have a good jump, trying to figure things out.
Sam Johnson now on the inside, working on Blake Rowe. See if any of these changes made any difference for these cars that struggled here today.
And remember, no more comp yellows, only natural ones. We might go 50 green here. We might not. The way the races went earlier today, the biggest race here in September, Evan Shotko wins the Battle of the Pros.
Lapsevich is second, Tyler Lupton third, Tyler Reisinger fourth, Dylan Stovall, Blake Rowe, Austin Hall, Andrew Scheid. Boy, they were jammed up for fifth on bag. Joe Bush comes home ninth, Sam Johnson, Brian Bergaker, Nick Neary, Ken Wapma, Scott Thomas, Trevor McCoy. That is your 15 finishers in the Battle of the Pros. Race length 1 hour and 13 minutes and 5 seconds.